Hey everyone, my name is James and welcome back to Chippy Gaming. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the latest State of the Game post, which is covering Terraria news for both mobile, console, Switch, and also 1.3.6. And I think that's going to be the highlight of today. But let's start off with the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Now, this is pretty good news if you ask me. So recently, and I have spoke about this, both of these systems got the 1.3.1 update. It took about a year in development, and that makes sense because it took about a year and a half to be developed originally on PC. When you're adding complex things, it can be pretty complex to make. But now that that update is out the way, what we learned today is that the next update for console will actually include 1.3.2, 0.3, 0.4, and also 0.5. So what you're getting is 4 micro Terraria updates all bundled into one. I did some pretty simple math to try and figure out exactly how many items you're going to get once this update launches. And it's 78. That's pretty cool. Man, I kind of forgot that Terraria 1.3.5 only actually added 2 new items, and they were both developer armors. But with this big giant bundle, you're getting quite a lot of stuff. I think that's great news for console players. Moving on to the Nintendo Switch, we didn't really get too much information other than how the touch controls will work with Terraria. I think this is kind of cool to know exactly where I can place my fingers and what it will do, but I do feel like when it comes to news, I'm not as interested about this one. As long as I can like drag things around my inventory, which it seems like you can, I'm all good. I also like that you can tap on the minimap and that will make the minimap larger. I think that's a pretty neat feature. If you're going to develop a game for Nintendo Switch, you've got to add the touch controls, because when I'm playing games on my Switch and I'm like doing stuff and I'm like, why can't I just move that to there? For example, Minecraft, fantastic game on the Switch. It's a really wonderful port, but in the original edition, the touch controls were just not there, or they like worked only in certain scenarios and then not in others. But I think it's good to know, if you're a big Switch fan, that you can use your fingers. Now we're moving on to the mobile version of Terraria, and I want to say this before we begin. I was somebody who was very skeptical about the mobile port being passed on to another studio once again, and I made that video about not getting excited for this edition of Terraria. A few months later, I feel like I'm kind of eating my words. I will wait for the full release to really give my full opinions, but the development seems so smooth and so rapid. We've never had a studio come to Terraria and build things up this quickly, and that announcement of the beta a few months ago, wow, that's incredible. We've never had that either. What we're getting today is a few images of multiplayer running in Terraria, and I feel like multiplayer in its current state is something that you can't achieve in Terraria at the minute if you're playing on a mobile device. I remember they added it in late, and then it utilized a service which I don't think exists anymore. I don't want to be quoted on that because I don't really play mobile Terraria anymore. Like, I don't even think about it. But here it is, it's up and running. In the picture, we see it being run on an iPad mini and an iPhone. Now, I want to know if you can do this between iPhone and also Android. That's something I'm sure they've worked out and something they'll talk about eventually. But I would love to know if that's the case. Can you play between cross-platform? Because I think you should. But the images look great. Everything about this edition looks great. I really am eating my words here, which is good. I would rather eat my words than have, you know, a rubbish port. So finally, let's talk about PC Terraria. Now, unfortunately, there's no image, there's no GIF, there's no video to share of the latest update. But we just got confirmation of something I think is huge. So let me read out this direct quote. We don't have anything big to share this month. However, we would say that everyone should tune in to the 2009 PC gaming show coming up from E3 in a few weeks. That's it, boys. It's been confirmed. Terraria is at E3 and it's 1.3.6. Hell yeah, that's amazing. My God, I can't believe it. I've always wanted a game to root for at E3, and I finally have it. My dream is like actually come true. And with that, we also found out that Terraria has officially broken 27 million copies sold, which is amazing. With that amount of game sales, we've actually bumped up the bestseller list quite a few. So it's knocked off Grand Theft Auto 4, Mario Kart 8, Call of Duty Black Ops, which was probably my favorite Call of Duty, don't at me, and also Modern Warfare 3, putting it at the 18th best-selling game of all time. So yeah, no new flash image to look at of the update, but I will take confirmation to be something very major. So that's it for today's State of the Game post. Now, if you did miss it yesterday, I did a full live reading of the lore behind Terraria. It's a pretty interesting story, not something I'd ever thought of before, and you guys seem to respond pretty well to the way I read it, and I was pretty happy with that, because that's all I was really nervous for. And yeah, after this, I'm going to have a career reading audiobooks. So see you then. Thank you all for watching, guys. Well done on 27 million copies sold. You know what? Why can't I hit 1 million subscribers? There's 27 million players out there. Let's make it happen. See you in the next one, guys. Peace.